Morning guys, how are we doing today? It's the 3rd of June 2021. 2022, Jesus Christ. That's a good start, isn't it? And today I'm going to have to go and play with my ginger. I have. Yesterday, Tanny and I went. Yesterday was a day from hell. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It was a day from hell. So Tanny and I went to do the shopping. That was fine, not a problem. But he started getting antsy halfway through. I was actually dealing with it quite fine. And then he started getting antsy and dragging me around really, really quickly because he wanted to leave, which meant that I left half the stuff that I was going to get there. Yeah, but I did manage to get the ginger. Let me show you the ginger. Yeah, so we did all that at the shops. We went and got some bits and bats. We didn't actually end up doing proper shop because he wouldn't stop still long enough for me to ask him questions like, what do you want for dinner? Is there specific meat you want for dinner, love? You know, Mr. Carnival, anything you want? No? Okay. And we were scooted out the shop. And then we went to B&M. There's a couple of things that I have an issue with B&M at Foss Islands here in York. One, their lift that they have for disabled use has an alarm on it. Now, it's the same one that is used all over town in places that don't actually have, like, a built-in lift. It's the same one that everybody uses, but theirs has an alarm. I can't even stand in there on my own without the alarm going off. And when I was half my size, when I first moved here, like 4 years ago, and I was in the wheelchair, I couldn't go up in there with my wheelchair without the alarm sounding. Could it get much more insulting? So that means that half the shop is actually shut off to me. And yesterday I was going to be really brave and try and do the stairs because I knew there was absolutely no point in me even stepping foot in their lift because they've got this big ass alarm that goes off on it. And I ain't going to put myself through that. So, you know, not going to do it. Period. And I wanted to get some stuff for the house. I wanted to get us some waste paper baskets. I wanted to get a new dish rack. I wanted to get a load of different bits and pieces. Do you know what I mean? Just to make the place feel like it's ours. You know, it's new. It's ours, right? No. I walk into B&M yesterday and they have the music so loud my ears feel like they're bleeding. There were two people who were working side by side together right at the front entrance. At the corner, as you go in the front entrance, you go around the corner to the left-hand side, and in that corner were two people working side by side with each other, packing shelves, and they were shouting at each other to be heard over the music. There are 3 speakers in that area, and they force you to go through them. By the time I'd gone through there, I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out so bad. I wanted to shove things out. I was going to climb over shelves to get the hell out of there. And everywhere I went, every 10 foot, there was another goddamn fucking speaker. And it was just, it just sent me loopy. First thing in the morning, the last thing I needed was to be dealing with that. And it was really shitty wah, 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 music. And then over-exuberant people going, oh, B&M today. And that's the last thing you want to hear at 9:30 in the morning. I'm sorry, but no, thanks. I just want to get in, do my shopping, and get the hell out. I don't want to have my brain imploded. And I realise at this point, I'm starting to sound like my grandmother. My mother. But honestly, I can see their point. I can actually see their point. When you walk into a store, the last thing you want is to be bombarded with a load of noise. I mean, I'm even in my 20s, I never went into shops that the music was so loud you could hear it outside the store. I never went into them. And I used to go clubbing a lot. I did. But I didn't want to do that while I was shopping because it's distracting. And it's actually really thoughtless. I mean, I understand that the big supermarkets have their own radio and all of this kind of stuff, but the speaker placement in this place and the volume level is so loud that it's just rings in your head, and the last thing you can do is think about what you're doing. So we got out because I was in bits. I was halfway round and I was already, my legs were crumbling because my head was hurting so much. It was literally going bam, bam, bam in my head. And I just needed it to stop. I needed it to stop because I could not escape the noise. There was nowhere to escape from. And sure, I could get earplugs. I could get noise-cancelling earplugs. I could get noise-cancelling earphones. But you know what? I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. I really, really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I should be able to walk into any store and be able to get on with my business without being interrupted by such in-your-face loud noise that has nothing to do with you or what you're doing. I mean, I like loud music. I am a metalhead. I have always been a metalhead. I was into Iron Maiden when it really wasn't cool. When they had to write a song about it being cool. Okay? Before even that. You know? I've been into metal for decades. And I listen to it loud. But this was louder than how I listen to my music. Unless I need to cancel out every piece of noise. So it's like, you know, that's, you know. So Tanny and I got home with Snippy. And we ended up snipping at each other badly later in the day. When Tanny wanted to have a doner for dinner and I wanted to have pizza, and we normally go to a place called Vikings here in York, and it's usually really, really good. Well, what we ended up with, they didn't even send the order we ordered. We ordered a number 3, which is a doner, a pizza, a fries, and a hot wings, and a 1.5 litre of Pepsi. And it's, you know, it's basically our Saturday, let's be fair. So it's a cheat day. That's not a problem. Not a problem in the world. Because we've had this order from them probably once a month, at least once a month, for the last 6 months, and it's not been an issue. This time, I ordered a different type of pizza. I thought, you know what? Actually, that one sounds really nice. And it said it had chili. But, you know, when a pizza has chili, it's got like maybe 2 or 3 bits. Like 1 bit per slice, right? No, not this one. I'll let you have a look at the picture right here. So as you can see, that pizza has more chili on it than we thought. We didn't even realise there were chilies. There were so many of them, and we were just looking at it as we were going past doing things before we went and had a look at the pizza. So, because we were busy doing other things, and we, you know, the food arrived and we weren't ready to sit down yet. So when I opened it up and I realised what it was, and I went, those green things are chilies, love. You went, what? They're chilies. You went, no. I grabbed a little bit, you know, because they're all cut up. Well, it near blew my head off. It felt like it was burning a hole through my tongue. Just one bit, tiny bit. Now, I'm a spice girl, always have been. Not that kind of spice girl. Just don't even go there. I love my chilies. I've been through Southeast Asia. I know what chili is, how to use it. It's what I do, you know. But this was like someone had grabbed handfuls and just dumped it on there thinking that'd be funny. Not funny. When they normally send the doner out, they put the sauces at the side. It was all on there. So when Tanny bit into it, and it wasn't the one they normally send the one in the box. They don't normally send it all wrapped up already and stuff. And when that turned up, when he bit into it, he was almost in tears. Because they put all the sauces on the inside, not giving anyone any choice. And it says on the thing, choice of sauces, which means that they put the sauces on the side if they don't actually give you a choice of sauces. So they just dumped it all on there. Tanny was in bits. You can imagine. We've been taking fun of Tanny and his lack of ability to take any kind of level of heat, including white pepper, for years. Okay? Now, you imagine him getting a mouthful of spicy hot sauce and spicy garlic sauce in one mouthful. And imagine what that did to him. It took about an hour for it to calm down in his mouth. He was in tears. His face was streaming. He was in bits. And he was screaming. Also, the hot wings didn't turn up. Just 2 lots of fries. Shitty fries with spicy stuff on them. Normally, we ignore the fries. And they certainly don't normally come with any sort of stuff on them. They certainly don't, to the point where they're so covered in stuff that they're inedible. So yeah, we were not pleased. We were pretty pissed off, because that's a lot of money as well. It's actually like a £30 order. So to not only screw it up, but to make it so bad that we will never go back, that I felt the need to ring them. And I said to them, I don't know who made this pizza, but they've made it so that it's inedible. I told them, I said, it's just not possible. We can't eat it. It's not edible. Oh, but it's supposed to have chilies on it. I said, yeah, it is, but not handfuls on every slice. And he went, what? And I went, handfuls of chilies on every slice. It's inedible. He said, well, you've had the order for half an hour. There's nothing I can do about it. I said, I don't care about that. What I care about is the fact that, you know, this has been made in such a way as it's not possible to eat it. I said, those aren't even bird's eye chilies. There's some other chili. I know what a bird's eye chili tastes like. That is not a bird's eye chili. And yes, I know I got no sense of smell and taste at the moment, but I do know the heat ratio, and I can tell you this was hotter than a bird's eye chili. This is one of those, you know, the really skinny, they're really nasty ones. Yeah, it was them. And I picked 15 pieces off one slice of pizza last night, just in order to see if I could actually eat it without the chilies being on there. And the heat from the chilies had cooked it straight through to all of the stuff in the pizza. I also told him about the doner. He goes, well, that's how we serve it. And I said, well, that's not how you've served it in the past. And I said, you've always put the sauces on the side. You have never put them in there. And I said, and besides which, where's the hot wings? Hot wings made of potato now, are they? And he was getting really arsey with me, which is why my nice, polite, demure self stopped being nice and demure and, you know, diplomatic, because I was hoping he would come up with a solution to this. Like, what, you want your money back? And I was like, no. But we need you to know that this order is unacceptable. And it is up to you to do something about it. You know, whether you have to talk to your staff, well, whatever, see ya, and hang up. Well, don't want his food no more. Don't want it. Don't need it. Ain't interested. Plenty of other businesses around town. Plenty of them that do the right thing by their customers. I shouldn't have to demand my money back. You know? And by the way, we're 5 minutes down the road from them. 5 minutes down the road. We are now. I mean, we used to be about 15 minutes, but we're only 5 minutes down the road now. So, yeah. 8:30 last night. While all this is carrying on, Tanny and I have a massive ding-dong. We have a massive ding-dong because we're tired. We're upset. We're frustrated. We've been dealing with shit all day. Been dealing with shit yesterday. We're still unwell. We're still recovering from COVID. He's had a couple of beers at this point, and we just let go on each other. It's just the way it goes, right? It just happens. It just happens. 8:30 last night, Tanny's like, where's the food? I thought you ordered food. And then passes back out. He only had 3 beers last night. He didn't have many. In fact, he only had like 2.5. So you can tell how sick he was because he just and he was delirious. So I ordered him Macca's. I got a Big Mac, double cheeseburger, his normal order. And I thought, you know what, if nothing else, I know he'll eat that. So I got that. And I didn't mention the best bit. I got ripped off yesterday by Facebook. £91.99p. Ripped off. And because they don't have any customer service that you can get hold of, you can't get the money back. Nope. You can't. Nope, you can't. You can't get your money back. Especially if you're using the phone. And they have got 2 phone numbers because they're legally obliged to have phone numbers. But those phone numbers, one of them costs 5p a minute to ring. The other one costs 6p a minute to ring. And then they've got the nerve to tell you, after making you sit on the phone for 20 minutes, oh, we don't have a customer service office at the moment. So it's a phone message to let you know that they don't have a call centre. Yeah. I'm furious. It was a shit day. The whole thing was bad. Today is a new day. Today is going to be an awesome day. I'm going to make the best damn ginger jam I've ever made in my life. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to get the editing done. Everything's going to be great. And it's going to be awesome, 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 awesome. There's going to be no hiccups today. There's not going to be any issues whatsoever. We're just going to get on with the day and it is going to be awesome. So, don't let a bad day get you down, guys. Shit happens. And every little day, little shit must fly. But you know what? You can duck. And tomorrow's a new day. I know this one was a long one. Thanks for hanging in with me here. I love you guys heaps. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. Blessings.